Hello everybody. I am going to be sharing with you guys my journey throughout the sport of football, or as people in the US know it as soccer. Yeah, let's get into it, guys. Pretty much like from the start, I grew up with the sport from my older brothers. They were always playing it. They grew up playing it because of my mom. My mom used to play. They were both very good players, and I grew up just around the sport in general, just always around it, constantly seeing it with them, watching the World Cup and everything. I also started playing FIFA at a young age. I used to play on my brother's account whenever it would have been FIFA 16 and 17. I used to play on their account and stuff whenever they were home and supervising me, because I would always get red cards. But growing up, soccer was not my passion. I was more into like baseball, American football, and even hockey for a little bit. I was interested in all these other sports, and soccer was not something that I was interested in as much back in the day. But that kind of all changed within around 2018. My mom put me in this non-competitive church league, and that's where I got to experience playing soccer for the first time. It was in 2018, so I would have been around the age of like 9 years old. It was very fun. It was mainly Christ-centered, so we learned about scripture, and it was just a great environment to be around, especially at a young age, whenever you're learning sportsmanship and to follow Jesus, because he is the way and the truth of life. He is the only way to make it to heaven. And that's me expressing my faith. If you don't have a specific faith, or you're not interested in Jesus, I will be praying for you, because he works wonders, and I truly believe that. I have personal testimony, but that's not what today's video is about. It's about the journey. I can make a whole other video on my testimony and through growing up with church and everything. But yeah, so played church league. I played for, I want to say, like 4 years. Like, I was up until like age of 12 is whenever I stopped playing. So I would have been in middle school, and it was because I had got bored with it. Like, not to boast or anything, but I feel like for where I was at, I feel like my skill level was too high for where I was playing. So I just stopped altogether playing there. I kind of got overboard with it. And then the 2022 World Cup had came around whenever I stopped, and that's kind of what changed everything for me. Just watching the World Cup, and I kind of grew a love for the sport that I had not experienced before, and that is what truly made me have the mindset of, this is what I want to do for a career. This is what I want to do for up until however long I'm able to do it, you know? And then that 2022 spring, 2023 spring, I played for my middle school team, and I had scored my first goal against, I believe it was Holtville's JV soccer team at the time, and like I'm sure they probably didn't have starters or anything in because we were a middle school team, but I mean that was a very like strong and hard fought game. Like it was good. But looking back at it, like I know for a fact I was not very good. It was mainly just kickball the whole game. And then sorry guys. And then the fall of 2023, that's whenever I joined my first competitive soccer program. I joined the club FC Montgomery. Shout out to them. They were my first ever club. They are awesome. They are great at developing players, and I love they're a Christ-centered football club. They are very good. So my first season I had played as a center back, and playing as a center back, I enjoyed it because looking like on TikTok and stuff, I had TikTok looking at videos and edits and stuff. I enjoyed Sergio Ramos and Pepe a lot. They were like my main inspirations for playing center back. Like, and of course, I used to be a Messi fan, but I grew into a Ronaldo fan over time. I think they're both great in their own aspects. I just personally like Cristiano more. I think I have more of a Cristiano play style as of like, not like 2008 because I don't dribble a whole lot, but yeah, just goal scoring aspect, I guess. But in my first club season at FC Montgomery, it was the second match day, and I had scored my first goal. It was a good distance out. I will put the clip right here, wherever it pops up at, you know.
Michael.
That should be good. I don't know how long the video is.
Nice.
You'll see. And I also competed in my first ever tournament that year, Birmingham Bash. That was a fun tournament. We had gotten second place in that tournament. And throughout the season, that first 2023 fall season, I had provided 2 goals and 2 assists playing center back. I'm not sure how many clean sheets I contributed to that season. I didn't really keep track of that stuff back then, unfortunately. But going into 2024, I made my high school's JV team. Wetumpka High School. I made their JV team. I'm wearing a shirt. And going into that spring, unfortunate events had happened, and I had made mistakes, but those are things that I have learned from, and that's what you can really, that's only what you really can do whenever stuff like that happens, is you learn from those mistakes and move on, you know? So I decided to stay at FC Montgomery for that spring season and played there. I played as a center back again, and I had this really awesome coach. His name is Fael. Some of you guys may know him. He used to play for Botafogo and Bahia in Brazil. He was a really good player. He's played against Neymar and R9. Like he's awesome. Love that dude, right? And during that season, he implemented like a very aggressive style of play, like not like trying to murder and kill people, but just like making us aggressive, so like winning the ball was like a main priority, and like not letting like loose balls just go out and that's how we get scored on, just everything was aggressive, fast paced, like we want to win. But going through that season, I had a very aggressive mindset, and I had that I had 11 yellow cards in 11 games that season. Yeah, it was a very interesting season for me, and during that season, I provided 4 goals and 3 assists. It was a good season, especially with that coach. He was like very serious about his job, and that's what I love about coaches, is whenever they're serious and they want us to get better. Sorry guys, sorry for the yawning. And then 2024 fall, I stayed at FC Montgomery, and that season was an okay season, I would say. I played center back again that season. I played like a total over like, I want to say 20 games, because I had played for the lower team and the higher team in my age group. We were competing the lower team was competing in the bronze division of the Alabama State League, and then the top team of our age group was competing in the gold division of the Alabama State League. And that season was just rough on both sides. Like, no what was I going to say? Nothing bad against the players or coaches. They were all awesome. They were all welcoming, all awesome guys. Just nothing went how we wanted to that season. And during that season, I provided 6 goals and 4 assists as center back. And that's kind of when I realized I didn't really want to play center back anymore. I wanted to play up top, because I guess goal scoring, it felt like that was my thing. Like, I wanted to score goals, and I was kind of growing out of center back during that time. And I would like to show pictures of my teams during that 24 season. So this was the B team. These guys were awesome. And I'll say there's me right here. And this was our A team, our top team that season. These guys were awesome. The coaches, awesome guys. Love them. Oh wait, I forgot. I am right here. That's me. So that would have been my freshman year of high school. And that was my last year playing at FC Montgomery. They definitely helped me a lot. They contributed to where I'm currently at my career. They always have a place in my heart. They're awesome. Love everybody at FC Montgomery. They're cool people. They're very Christ-centered, and just overall a nice club. Going into the spring of 25, I made varsity for my high school team, and my first game, I scored as a left back. I had crossed the ball in, and our striker had headed it out, and I had finished with my right foot, which is my weaker foot. I'll play the goal clip right here. That should be enough time. I don't know how long the clip is. But then the second game of the season, I was going through struggles with my knee. And then the third game of the season is whenever, like, it was, like, fully messed up for me. I had torn my MCL, and my performance just took a major decline throughout the rest of the season. And, like, I would only play so many minutes during the season. I was very frustrated with myself because of the injury, and because it was a rough season. But I had strengthened it all out. I had played through the whole season, and I had finished that season with 1 goal and 3 assists in 17 games as a left back. During the 2025 summer, I had played Sunday League with groups of, like, Jamaicans and Hispanics and stuff. They're all cool people. Love those guys out there. And then I didn't do any surgery on my knee. I had gotten an MRI done, and then I went through physical therapy to strengthen my knee up. Personally, I think it only worked a little bit. I don't think it worked a whole lot, but it was because they had a misdiagnosis. But sometimes those things just happen. But they eventually found out in the end. It was my MCL. And going into the 2025 fall season, I had made the top team at Alabama FC South, which is my current club as of right now. I had made their top team, and due to my MCL injury, they had bumped me down to play games with the B team. But the B team, they're awesome guys. I loved all of them. I will put a picture of the team, like, right here. They're great guys, cool people. But yeah, during that season, I had also played as a center back because we needed one. And I had wanted to play up top that season, but unfortunately, with the circumstances that we had, I had to play center back. And during that season, I had scored 9 goals, and I got 2 assists in 14 games that season. And we made it to State Cup. We came second place in our state bracket, and we were in the semifinal, and I had slipped while trying to make a pass back to the keeper, and their striker had scored on us very early in the game, and we conceded a penalty first half, and they had scored that. So first half we were down 2-0, and into the second half I had scored very late in the game, but we couldn't get another one to tie the game up, so they had won and went to the final, and we had went to the third place game, and we lost that third place game as well in penalties. And then coming out of that season, going into high school season, I had started games again, and the first 5 games were definitely, like, best performances I've had. The first 5 games I had performed at striker. They put me at striker for those first 5 games. And the first game was very rough. It was a hard loss. But then second game to the fifth game, I had scored 5 goals and provided an assist during those 5 games. So in the 5 games, I had 5 goals and 1 assist. And with the defensive circumstances that we were having throughout the season, I had to move back to left back. So I had played left back through the rest of that season, and we made it to the second round of state, and we unfortunately took a hard loss second round of state. We won area, and we beat our rivals twice in area play. And I had finished that season with 7 goals and 4 assists in 24 games. And I was an honorable mention in the Elmore County. I think it's like a all Elmore County team. Like they have a first team and then they have like honorable mentions and stuff. And then after that were tryouts for club soccer again. And I had went to a college combine at Alabama FC's Red Diamond facility. It was a great college combine. There was great talent, lots of really good players out there. Got to talk to some of the coaches. I provided 2 assists during the college combine. There's just lots of great talent out there. And then that same weekend were ECNL and ECRL tryouts, and I had went to those. And during those, I had scored once and provided 1 assist. And during those, I had tried out as a left back and a striker. And unfortunately, I didn't make ECNL or ECRL, but that's something I still got to work towards. But I went back to Alabama FC South, which is located in Montgomery, and I made their National 1 League team. And we are currently in training, and we will have matches coming up very soon. And the program has a strong pathway to USL League 2, as well as a USL Academy team. So those are things I will be trying to work towards, as well as making ECNL RL. And that's pretty much all I've got. I can do an update after the fall season's done or something to see if I've really made a ginormous improvement in my play or not. But this season I will be playing as a right winger instead of a center back or a left back or striker. So hopefully this season I can provide lots of goals and assists. And one thing to keep in mind throughout the season for me is composure. Always remember where I started. And keep the Lord in everything that you do. But yeah, keeping the Lord in everything I do is very important to me. I feel like He is pretty much the foundation of everything. Because without the Lord, nothing that I have done would be possible. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and remember to keep the Lord in everything you do. Stay consistent in training, and if playing the sport is something you really want to do, you literally have to live and breathe it 24/7. It is very important that you do that. It has to be a main priority of yours. Alright, thank you guys.